Hey bosses, it's Samantha again from Digital Girl Boss Marketing. And today's presentation, we're going to talk about how to improve your e-commerce landing page conversions. In other words, I'm going to show you how you can increase your conversions on your online store pages, your website, all that jazz. So first, before we get into the various tactics, let's talk about testing. We're going to take a step back and acknowledge how you know if these tips are effective on your landing page. So first, let me just say the landing page is. Landing page is exactly what the name is. It's a page where when someone clicks through on your link, whether it's from your social media page, um, or wherever you have your link, or from an email, it's the page that they land on from that link. It could be your home page, it could be a product page, it could be a blog post, whatever. That's what landing page is. So when you apply some of the recommendations that I'm going to talk about in this video, you'll need to test the performance of the updated version of your landing page against the original version. So there are a lot of tools and methods that you can use to do this. So like viewing your Google Analytics, your Facebook Pixel. You can split test, use heat maps, just to name a few things. Like I always tell you guys, you have to have your Google Analytics and or your Facebook Pixel installed so that you are looking at all of the information that has to do with your website and your online store. And like I always say, you cannot measure, you cannot improve what you cannot measure. So if you don't have these tools installed, you can't really understand what's going on with your store and your website and try to improve it. So, but the key is you'll need that data to support the results before committing to your new update. So with that being said, let's look at some ways you can optimize your landing page and website for more conversions. So number one, categorize, Lord have mercy, categorize your products. So your site visitors will have a much easier time navigating your products if you categorize them in a simple, clickable hierarchy. I know you guys have gone to some people's website and they don't really have you don't see okay, jeans, shirts, dresses, bathing suits. Just have one link that says catalog or that just says shop, and just, you click on and there's all their products. Just like you have the aisles in your grocery store, your online store categories should make it easier for your visitors to look through your items to find, see what you're offering. You should have a search bar so they can search for certain things and find more products that fit their needs at the time. If someone is looking specifically, for a bathing suit and cover-ups, they don't want to look through all your jeans, your dresses, your blouses, and accessories just to find the one thing they absolutely need. And what's going to happen? After a while, they're just going to leave the site and go find somewhere else to look. So categorizing your products can also make it easier to organize other content like videos and educational information if they are tagged with the same keywords. So number two is you want to have high quality product images. So this might sound like basic 101 selling online information, but you have to understand that people who are shopping nowadays, they expect the high quality images of your products as the standard of the online buying experience. Since the people who are coming to your site can't physically pick up what you're selling and examine it, and so look at it and feel it and hold it up to the light, whatever y'all do it when you're shopping. having these detailed images are the closest alternative you can provide. So my suggestion is you will invest in a photo shoot and a professional photographer. And if you can't justify the coins for that just yet, I know a lot of people just starting out in their business, and they can't cover that cost. I suggest you get a friend with a good camera. I know a lot of y'all phones have good cameras and things like that, and start snapping pics in different locations, like especially if you're selling like clothes and things like that. Go to the park, right? Go to the mall, stand in front of a boutique, stand in front of go to a coffee shop and just like snap some good pictures. And if you sell things like makeup or skincare, purchase one of those light boxes that you can put your product inside so that it looks really professional. And I think you can get them off Amazon for like $20. So number 3 is you want to avoid high abandoned cart rates by auditing your checkout process. So online sellers all over the place share the same common struggle, right? People abandon their cart. So in every market, sellers typically lose at least half of all the shoppers before they complete their purchases. And in some industries, the abandonment rates are around like 80%, and that's really high. And so while each person who's shopping on your site has their own story or reason of why they didn't go through with the purchase, you should go through your checkout process to make sure that it's not too long, it's not too complicated, or you're going to continue to lose your customers who would have otherwise, checked out or, bought those items. So there are plenty of tactics you can test to improve your checkout process. But first, you need to take a very good look at your current system and see what the biggest obstacles are. So if you address those problems, you can then like work backwards through your conversion funnel to close more gaps and make sure your entire process is more effective. So number 4, keep your headlines simple. And I'm talking about your product headlines, right? So there's an old saying in marketing, you may have heard, you may have not heard it. It's called be clear, not clever. So in other words, don't overdo things trying to be so unique. So keep it in mind that your visitors are coming to your site and they're looking to solve a problem. It doesn't matter if you sell clothes, makeup, hair, coffee, whatever you're selling, they're looking to solve a problem. They need something and they're there to find a solution, aka your products. So your headline and your subheadlines need to communicate how you'll solve that problem clearly and quickly. So you need to, write new simplified headlines that can be easy with the right formula, and this type of change is easy to A/B test. So if your headline is more unique than clear, then consider testing a more simplified alternative. So number 5, provide social proof. So social proof means using a third-party source to indicate trustworthiness in your product or brand. So in the online selling space, you can use social proof on landing pages to show off your product quality, highlight customer experiences, promote further engagement, and reduce friction in your conversion funnel. So social proof can appear like anywhere and everywhere in your conversion path. You can add like customer quotes at the top of your landing page, or a social share option after the visitor completes the purchase. So just remember that you aren't trying to show off. Your social proof should provide value and persuade would-be customers to take the next step in your process. For example, like reviews, how-to videos, and case studies. So I put these two together to, because they kind of go hand in hand, offering a discount and creating urgency around that discount or any type of offer that you're putting together. So discounts are like one of the oldest tricks in the sales book for a reason. The feeling of getting something special or exclusive often enough to entice a visitor to take the next step. So you can use discounts to acquire new customers, show your appreciation to your loyal customers, or create an incentive to increase more spending per order. So basically, you have an like upsell, or cross sell. Say you're selling makeup palettes, eyeshadow palettes, and you want to increase the order value for that purchase. You will cross sell them to maybe purchasing like a pack of brushes or a lipstick or something that matches the palette. I don't know. So, and speaking of discount stuff, you can create a sense of urgency for those, offers and discounts and stuff like that on your product page in a few different ways. You can do time sensitive sales or announcing that product is limited. But if you go that route, make sure that you clearly define the value and the parameters of the deal so that, the people don't feel like they're getting ripped off. So that's another video we'll talk about. So, and last but not least, do micro conversion tracking. And that kind of goes back to, basically like auditing your landing pages and, tracking what's working, what's not working, basically what the people who visit your website is doing. So, micro conversions are basically the actions that visitors take before completing a transaction on your landing page and website. So a few examples of trackable micro conversions include like video views, you know, filling out forms halfway, partially, cart abandonment, and time actually spent on the site or page. So while those actions don't directly connect to your return on investment, you can still use that information, that they provide to improve on your landing page. You always want to know exactly what your visitors are doing so you can better understand how you can get them to do what you want them to do, which is in turn converting either into a subscriber or a customer. So that is it for this video. Comment below and let me know if you learned something new and if you will start implementing these tactics for your own website landing pages. See you next time. Bye.